Hi everyone, it's Kay from the Paper Shed with another challenge from Junk Journal Fix with Sunflower Indoors. We are on week one of the What Would You Do challenge. Um, it starts on the 31st of March and runs until the 30th of April. We're trying something new this time, and we'd love you to come and join us over on the Facebook group Junk Journal Fix with Sunflower Indoors. We've had such a tremendous amount of people getting involved with each of the events that we've been running each month, and it's been absolutely fabulous. We've seen so many beautiful crafters and their makes and posting pictures. It's just been great. So we'd love you to join us along with this one. So what this one is we will be posting a picture of 6 art supplies. So your challenge is to create something using all of those materials. So you have to use all 6 of the items. Now they don't have to be the exact same. So if you've got a tab, you can use any shape, any form of tab, even if that needs to be a material tab, for instance, or a paper tab. Anything that you want that creates a tab on a sheet or on your page or on your artwork will be fine. Washi tape, it can be any washi tape. It can be wide, it can be thin, it can be thick, it can be however you want it, whatever. Your fussy cuts can be anything. You can use any supplies that you've got. So this week, the 6 art supplies needed is an envelope. You need fussy cuts, you need some washi tape, you need tabs, you need eyelets, and you need charms. Okay? And it can just be one of each of those things. It doesn't have to be multiples of each item. It just needs to be one. You just need to include it in one. So for example, if it says to show lace, then you must use lace, but it can be any lace. It can be wide lace, thin lace. You can use lace as your tab, but then you would still have to use something else as a tab. Okay? Because although you've got lace and you've made it into a tab, you haven't included both. So just be mindful of how that works. If it shows an ink pad, for instance, in brown, then just use the colour that you have that's nearest to it. What we don't want you to do is go out and buy supplies just for this challenge. So we want you to be able to use whatever it is that you have. So if it says an ink pad, just use whatever ink pad you've got. It says an ink pad. So each Sunday throughout of April, we will upload a picture to the Facebook group. You'll be able to find it there. We will attach it to the featured items so that you will be able to find it easily enough. And so the first one will go up on the 30th of March. So it will have already gone up by the time you see this video. The picture will contain the 6 items that you need that have to be included in your make. You can't use less items, but you can use more. So if you wanted to use 2 envelopes, for instance, or you wanted to use other bits, so for this week, because there's no lace or there's no ink, then please feel free to add those into your make. But you have to include the 6 that are in the picture. You'll have from the 31st of March till the 4th of April to create your first week's make and upload it as a picture or a video to the group page. You must use the hashtag JJF What Would You Do Week 1 in all of your posts and all of the makes that you make for week 1. Now you only need to make one, but if you want to make more, then feel free to upload. We love seeing all of your makes. It's fabulous. So I hope that all makes sense. And then at the end of the week, so this particular week, it will be on the 6th of April, we will pick a winner and you will be able to choose a kit from Mandy's Etsy shop. You will have 1 week to get in touch with Mandy from the date the winner was announced. So as soon as the winner video goes up, you need to go and check it out, just so that you give Mandy enough time to be able to deal with the winner of that week. So if you manage to complete all 4 weeks, So you have entered all 4 weeks for the giveaway. On the 5th week, we will be doing a entry for a special prize giveaway, and the content will depend on where you live in the world, only because of obviously cost and weight. So because it will actually be a physical item that you will actually win. Okay, so last but not least, I've got a couple of freebies that will be added into the group for you to do or help you with your 6 prompts. Now, this one is, I would class as a fussy cut. You could do these 2 to a page, and hopefully that will just help with your fussy cut side of it. The other side is just a plain ledger paper. I can't do anything about the white border, unfortunately. I've tried 2 or 3 ways to try and get it to fit, but it doesn't. So I've just allowed it to print it as it is. But they're just there to help you. They will be over on my Ko-fi page and in the group as 2 freebies for this week. Next week, hopefully, we'll have a couple more that will help you with your project. So I hope that helps. So the main thing to do is just to have fun. So I hope you all join us, and I hope you all understood that. If you have any questions whatsoever, then just message me and I will do my best to answer your questions. All the information that you need to take part and to understand it will all be in the description box down below here. Okay, so we're going to get on with this week's make. So hope you have lots and lots of fun this week. I'm going to kick it off with a little project. I've got my envelope. Let's just do that. I've got my envelope. I've got my fussy cuts all here. I don't know what I'm using yet. I've got a little bit of washi tape or some other washi tape over here. And I've got an eyelet and a couple of charms, a tab. And that's my 6 items. So I've picked some papers, and this is going to be my backing sheet. So this is what we mean by add other things if you want to. So we're going to kick off with I'm going to do an envelope and create another envelope on top of the envelope. And this can then be used here. So this can actually be used. What we're going to create is we can either create a flip out. So you'll have an envelope here, and then I'm going to recreate another envelope on the top. But I'm going to recreate it out of other items, obviously, and to incorporate all my other bits. So you can either create it like that. It can actually go on the top of the page like this, and you can have the opening either up there or to the side. So you can actually put that down completely on your page in your journal. You can obviously use it on either side to create a flip out if you want to, and this can be the opening for your envelope. So there's lots and lots of different ways to use it. Your imagination can go wild. So we're going to start off with covering this. Now the first thing I need to do is create a flap for my piece, and I'm going to do that out of this, I think. So I want it to come the same size as my envelope. So I'm going to just mark that there. And I also want it to come over. Yes, it's got to go inside because I want it to cover the inside and I want it to come over. So I want it to be about, I want the flap to be about there. We can cut this down or we can, and I want it to do the same again. So I'm going to cut it around here. So I'm just going to cut that out first of all. I don't know how long this video is going to be. And I'm going to cut it down to there. Okay. I need those pieces. So we'll keep those to one side. So what I actually want to do is I want to create my envelope part is going to come to about here. So I want this part to come past that mark, okay, and it needs to be in line with this here, okay. So I'm just going to line that up and just make a crease there. Just going to burnish that down. So which part is my flap and which is my, I think it's that way. Yeah, so it's that way. But I don't want my flap to be just straight. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to, have I made that long enough? Yeah, I have, if I don't do it too badly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a bit of a ripped edge across here, and I want it to come down in a slant. I'm cutting this the wrong way now. Okay, it's got to go to the end. It doesn't have to be too much of a slant. So it's going to look like that. All right. What I want to do is I want to put a piece on here that's going to create the pocket, but I want to make it an expandable pocket. And I can't do it out of the sheet because I need too much to do that. So I'm going to cut that down to the size of my envelope, which is 5 1/4. And then I need some other bits. Have I got any there? No. Now you make the expandable bits out of whatever you want, but I need two lots of 2 inches to do that. So I'll just cut those to get the trimmer out of the way. So I'm going to have this on here. So that's going onto there like so. And I don't want to glue any of this down at the minute until we've got all the pieces together. And then that's going to come up to, it can be quite low. No, it can't, because it can't come over there. So I want it to be about there. So if I just move that out of the way, I want that there. So that just needs cutting there. And then these need to be the length of the pocket. So I want those cut there. Okay, so I'll just cut those. Okay, I'll just cut this one. So I've now got the front of my pocket there, and then I want these as my expandable parts, and these ones will need to be scored just at 1/4 inch, like so. So just go all the way across 1/4 inch, and you need 3, so that you've got 4 parts to your concertina. And then we're just going to burnish those in to make an M or a W. Okay, so just concertina those back and forth, and then we'll get those stuck down. Okay, so they're done. So you'll either get a W if you have it that way, or you'll get an M if you have it that way. Okay, so that's what you need, and they need to go on either side. Now I like my two ends to be glued down. I think you can put it this way as well. I don't know. I don't actually think it makes much difference, but I think, as you know, just for the, I mean, you don't really see it, so it doesn't really matter. But just for you know, the aesthetic purposes. I think it looks better if you've got that. So the outer edge, the two outer edges are the pieces that get glued down, facing inwards to your pocket. So I'm going to glue those down and get those clipped in. I just need a couple of more clips, I think, in my little dish, just to help a little. And I'm going to use Collall, so it gives me wiggle room, only because I think, it will take a little bit to dry. So I want that one, that edge. So I'm going to go right down to the bottom and right up to the top. And I'm just going to squeeze that in. What I'm going to do now is, on the inside, I want to glue, because I'm not expanding the bottom of my envelope. So I just want to glue those ends in there before I put my clips on, just so that'll be drying. And then I'll just clip that onto there. Okay, and we're going to just do the other side. And it needs to be that one. And I'll do that in a sec. I'm just going to do the same on this side. So I'm just going to right down to the bottom. Now, it probably is a good idea to leave the bottom, but I've not done that before, so I didn't want to risk it while on video. And then which side have I glued? Yeah. So I'll just get a couple more pins, but I just want to just glue this end one in, just so that it lies flatter on the bottom there. And then I'm just going to secure that in and put that on there. And then I'm just going to just burnish down those edges properly. And I'll just let that dry for a minute while we ink this. Let me put the glue away. I'm using Ground Espresso. I love it. I've not used it before, and yeah, I'm really liking the colour. I don't know whether it's because of the card I'm using. So you can go to town with this if you want, because it's grungy. I'm just going to have, and it takes nice on this edge bit, this torn edge. Comes up really nice. Okay, now we are going to cover that, and you will see the inside, so I'm going to do the inside of it just lightly though, not overly too much. Just want to cover that torn edge there, and you will see some of that going into there. So I'll just do those bits, and then I want to do the pocket as well before that goes in. But this is going to get covered in some paper, so we're going to need to choose some paper. So before we go any further, I'm going to see what we think. I've picked some sort of grungy papers. Now, these are my Temu papers, and you know, they're actually quite good. It's not bad thickness either. I sort of wanted to keep it light-ish. See, music's nice. Yeah. I think we'll go with this because it's nice and light. Have I got another light one? It's a bit too dark. Oh, we've got that with a bit of music on. So I think we'll go, it's either that one or that one. And they both match, actually. Quite like the music on there. No, I think we'll go with this. So I'm going to go with this one. And what I want to do is I want to cover this. so I'll have to cut it. So I want to cut that about there and cut that there. Well, I don't want to cut it there, do I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that inside there because I want this to be followed. So I'm going to just do it carefully along this edge so that it matches. Okay, let's see if I can get that onto there. Got a couple of gaps. Not bad though. And I'm just going to have to... Yeah, what I should have actually done is I should have put this on first, thinking about it. I don't mind a little bit showing, but I don't obviously want it to come over the top. So I want those bits off and that bit off there. And then I want this bit off. What I should do is have that a little bit lower. Not too low. Yeah, so it's this bit here. So if you're going to make it hard like me, do it this way. If you don't want to make it so hard for yourself, do it by sticking it on and then ripping your paper. I was eager to get started, that was what it was. So I want these bits off here, which I haven't managed to do. But we can fix it, it's not a problem. And then I want that cut there. So I'm just going to use my scissors to do that. Preferably my bigger ones. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Right side, okay. I'll get rid of those bits in a minute. I don't actually mind it. I think what I'll do is I'll take it off. I'll take it off there. So I'll glue it down first where I want it, and then I'll take off the top because I've got most of the edge done. And the other thing I probably should have done is inked, but I can do that afterwards. Okay, so just going to glue that on top of there as best we can to fit that on there. Yeah, I don't mind that look, really. And then I'll trim. And I'll trim it. Get it down first, okay? That might be helpful. Okay, and then we'll just ink it. Okay, so I've inked that up. It doesn't look too bad actually, but yeah, I would have preferred. So when you come to do it, paper that first and then trim, then ink. That would be the best way to do that. So this is my envelope, and that's going to go on there like so. And then this should be dry now. I'm just going to make sure that I've not glued it at the wrong end. And I did, look. I had a feeling. There we go. Had a feeling I had. Oh no, I did. I did it right end. Sorry. Okay, so I don't know whether it's better to trim these shorter for the next one. Trim them further down so that when you put that on, because I didn't want to expand to the bottom, so that you don't sort of get this thickness here. I don't know whether that would work better. So I'm not going to do it on this occasion because I've already done it. But so we want to ink around that. That's going to go down like so first. Then this is going to come up here like that. Okay. Then we want to cover the bottom part. So I want to use this bit that's been cut off. Okay. It's not far off. And I want to leave a bit of a gap. So what I want to do is I want to cut it down to there. If I just use my bone folder, I'll get the right length off that, and that's the bottom. Okay, so that'll give me my score lines, and I want to just come in just inside of that line, the width of my scissors. Okay, and then I'm going to do the bottom piece exactly the same, just inside the width of my scissors, so it's just an air off. And then I'm just going to pop that down there. Might need to take a bit more off. Yeah, I do, off this side. Try and get it a bit straighter. If that's any straighter. Okay, that's where I want it. Okay. So I'm going to ink that and then get that stuck down. Now you can, this is quite light, so we can go as grungy as we want on this because we're doing a bit of grunge today. I have made these before. In fact, the very first one that I did, I've got as my cover picture with the butterfly on. And I do thoroughly enjoy making these, and they're so useful in the front of a journal or the back of a journal because they come out so pretty. And you can do them in any sort of style. They don't have to be grunge. So that's going to get stuck down like so. So that's the effect we're going to get, like it. So I'm going to stick this down to this because then we can assemble it. And I'm going to use my collal so I've got wiggle room. So I don't know why I didn't remember to cover that flap first. But I can't remember everything, I suppose. Make sure that you've got the bottom. And I'm just going to slide that into place. There we go. Give that a good squish down. Pull it over just a tad. There we go. Okay. Now I can actually put this one down as well, so I'm going to do that while I'm at it. I've done this one a little deeper than I did, or I have done usually, because I've done an expandable pocket. You can see further in. So when I've done it before, I've not made expandable pockets with it before. You know, it's just been a flat pocket. But I quite like the look and the idea of an expandable one, because what it's good for in your journal is for putting extra bits in, extra ephemera. Now I'm not going to stick this down because I want to do something, or do I? Do I? No, I don't think I do. I'm going to leave it like that. So we could actually stick this down, and then while that's drying, I just want to go round the edge of this before I put it down, just to grunge it a little bit more. And I didn't get that bottom cut very straight either, did I? Oh well, can't be good at everything. Now you could put a notch in this if you wanted to. I don't particularly feel like it needs it, but if you do, then you do that. Yeah, I'm liking that. Actually, you could even make that a pocket. No, you couldn't because of the way we decorate it. But anyway, we'll digress. I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking. That one's come undone, hasn't it? Yeah, this one's come undone. Unless I just didn't glue it the first time, which is fairly possible. Right, so what I want to do is I want to glue this now to create our pocket. Just going to go right down to the bottom there and take that off. Sometimes they just need a bit of a squeeze to encourage it. Okay, so what we want to do, how's that flap, is I want to get it on the bottom there and in place, and on the bottom and in place on this side. Down a little bit so it comes to the bottom. And then what I want to do is I just want to clip these side ends because that's where you'll get the most pressure when you're using the envelope. And then we'll just squeeze that down. Oh, need a bit of glue there. Squeeze that side in just a tad. And there you've got your envelope or your pocket on your envelope. Okay, so the next bit is to decorate. So far, all we've actually used is our envelope. Everything else has got to come with it. So I think what we're going to do is we just need a bit of decoration on it, really. So I've got some bits out. Don't know what I'm going to use yet. This is just really a little bit for collaging. So I want a sort of pattern here that goes over this mark. Yeah, quite like that there. And then I thought about a photograph, and I do love this guy. But I don't know whether that'll be too much, or even if it's needed. I don't actually think it's needed. But if I don't use that, it's going to need some other bits. So I quite like this. Maybe higher up, and then I might just get some little bits. Actually, it sort of needs a bigger piece, doesn't it? Sort of like, I like this camera, that's the thing that I like about that. So I'm wondering if I could just maybe cut it down a bit, which I could do from about there. That be any better? Yeah, quite like that. I'm not really sure where I like it on there though. No, I don't know. I think with a few other bits on it might look better. That might be all it needs actually. Although I do like this film. It's all too square though. I don't know though, I like it. I like that like that. Maybe he hasn't got to be straight either. Yeah, I like that. think if I put that straight, I'll slant the photograph. Maybe this then could be moved over a tad, over to here. That might look better. That might be used for something else. And then I can use other things. Okay, so I think I might be done with that. And then what we want to do is put just a few bits here. I do like a bit of colour. I want it to come off the edge. And yeah, I want that to be down, don't I? Yeah, like that. Now I do like a circle, but I think I need a smaller one. See if I've got a smaller circle in here. I like that bit of pop of colour. So I'm going to try and use something else. Oh, even if it's not a circle, but yeah, that will be fine. So I didn't use that circle, so that can go back in my box. So what I'm thinking is, can't see it, can you? So what I'm thinking is that, quite like that. So I'm going to stick this on first because I need to just ink that edge. I think I inked everything else just in case I used it. But I just need to ink that edge up where I've cut it off. So I'm going to pop that down and I'm going to use Collall again. I know they're smaller pieces, but I just want the wiggle room to get them in the right place. I'm going to take my pegs off because it's hindering me. Okay, so I'm thinking I don't want it to come off the page. How far across does that need to be? A little bit more maybe? Yeah, because I want him slanted. Not too much, but just slanted. He's already inked, so let's get that into place. There. Yeah. Liking that, and then this one, which is a sticker, actually. So let's just take the backing off of that and stick that down. And I want it to cover that up. But do I want it there? Let me get my tweezers. There we are. And no, there. About there. Liking that. And then we're going to put this on. I don't know where this came from. It looks like a die cut. Not a die cut, it looks like, one that's already been like that. I don't think it's something I've cut out. But I could actually be wrong. No, I don't want that there. I need that open because I just want to be able to see. So I want it to sort of come out on a slant this way. There we go. Hooray. Yeah, a bit further over. That's the beauty of using the Collall, is that you can rub the glue off. Okay, so we've got that. And now we just want this on. I don't mind that, where that comes. Did I have that lower? Let's just have a look where that is. Yeah, I like that there. So I'm going to pop you there. Far too much glue. This is the trouble with using the collage. Never mind. There, then this one is going to go, I'll use my other stuff, the smaller pieces. And that's upside down. And I'm going to put that right on the edge, a bit further down, just a tad. There we go. And then this one, right way up. And I just want that over there. Okay, so what have we got so far? We've got our envelope. We've got our fussy cuts. We haven't got no washi tape. So we need washi tape, tabs, eyelets and charms. So I think what I'm going to do is that I need to make something actually to go inside the pocket. So now I just want to make sure that my pocket is open and works, and it does. Loving that. Isn't that cute? Okay. So what do we need? We need a piece of card that can go inside. And I'm going to use, I've got a piece of card up here. Sorry for stretching over. So it's got to be about 5, I would say. My envelope is 5 1/4. I just want to give it a bit of room. So I'm going to do it at 5. And then I want to do it, I want to see how far I can go in. And I want to put a tab on the top of it. So I sort of want it to come to about here. So I'm just going to take that off there, whatever size that is. About 6, I think it is. So I'll do it at 6. It's almost there. So I've got my card. That doesn't look straight. It is though. Okay. So I've got my card. I'm going to put just a piece of grunge. Well, I could use this actually, because that's quite nice. I could level that up because it's not far off, and just make like an invoice thing to there. I might do that actually. This is 5. So I just want to take a smidge off this side. Could do a little bit more. And then I'll make that just under 5. Gives me a bit of a border around the piece. So I'll get rid of those. And then I want it to be, I did it at 6, didn't I? I've got to cut that stamp off. Just let me just take a little bit off here, sorry. I'm just going to take a little bit off there so that I can take less off the bottom. It doesn't really. Anyway, I like the header, so it'll be enough. Okay, so I'm going to ink that, and then I'm wondering if I could get my washi under that cluster. Yes, I like that. Let's get that glued on, because I'm aware of the time. Okay. At least the drilling stopped now. I am sorry about that. Can't do anything about it. They're obviously doing something upstairs in the above apartment. But you know, that still doesn't look straight to me, but it's going to have to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my tab here. It doesn't matter where it is. I could put it in the middle. And can't put it on the side. Put it in the middle. It's just under 5. So it's the middle is about here. So I'm just going to get some glue on that. And there. Yeah, that'll suffice, I think. That could have done with a number or something, couldn't it? And then that will sit in there nicely with a little tab. Actually, I could put my washi on there, couldn't I? Let's have a look. What washi? Because I've got some thin washi here. Actually, I've got this one. So take the card out, okay. I'm just going to run that across the top. And just snip that off. This isn't the sort that will get my sander just to see if that will do that. I don't think it will because it's like a plastic. So I think I'll have to cut it. So oh, I'm not doing that very well, am I? That's that side. There we go. That off. That's sticky. Get that off my finger. So there's our bit of washi there. I wonder if I could put some more washi on somewhere else. I quite like that. You get quite a few of those in here as well, so you could actually make 3. Possibly. It's like a film strip. Quite like the look of it. Oh, I don't know. I can't put it on the bottom now because it needs to go under there. I could have put a strip down the bottom. I thought that was a funny colour. It's obviously where the I don't actually know what that is. It's an unravel one. It's got a backing on it, and I didn't realise. I'd like to put that on the bottom there, but I want to be able to get it underneath here. So I'm going to see if I can just. Oh, don't worry. We'll get it done. Just see if you can get it underneath there now. It's not going to go okay. I've got to try because I've started it now. I'm going to try and get it underneath. Yes, that's it. I'm going to try and get it underneath there. Lift that back just for a minute. Major operation going on, just bear with. And then I want that to come down the bottom here. Okay, so I want to cut that off there. And then I think you're going to have to cut this backing off. So we have that. Just need to trim that up. Trim that up and trim that up. There we go. I'm just gonna, yeah, then I'm just gonna get my glue and I'm just gonna re-stick this all the way along there. Okay. There we go. You'd never know that it wasn't there before. Where's my pin? There's my pin. So now we've got the tab and the washi, and now we just need an eyelet and a charm. I'm liking it. Let's just have a look at that. Could have put that along the top actually, couldn't we? Instead of going to all that trouble at the bottom. I am going to do this though, just to make it look a bit. Oh yes, a bit more grungy. I wanted to do that to this picture really. Should have done it more to the picture. Anyway, I didn't, and we're not going to worry about it now. Okay. Do I need a piece up there? No, I don't think I do. I think I like it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a hole. Where's my I've done it on a small one, so I'll just do that, and we'll just do that one, and then I'm just going to pop a hole. Once I've unlocked it, I'm just going to pop a hole in the corner here. Yeah, in there. I'm going to pop my eyelet in. Like so. That's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I just need a ring on this. Okay, we're almost there. Bear with me. So I want that to go on like so, and I want that to go on there like that. As khaki-handed as you like. It needed extra rings, doesn't it? Let me just get some extra rings because I need it to dangle. If I'm going to put it on, it needs to dangle. I am sorry, my camera went off. So I've finished it. You saw me just making this one here, which was just the charm. With I just added an extra couple of rings just to make it dangle a little bit more, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think it's come out really nice. It's not grungy as such, it's semi-grunge, but it's grungy enough. That's the card that we made inside, and I would have rounded the corners if I'd have thought about it beforehand, but I didn't. Just to make it look into a proper journaling card. So we've got our 6 items that were our prompts for our week 1, which was envelope, which we have here. We have our fussy cuts here and here. We have our washi tape, which is on the bottom and in here. We've got our tab, we've got our eyelet, and we've got our charm. So I think that fits the bill for this week's prompt. And I hope that you will join in with the group and post your pictures and your makes, because, you know, everybody will have different ideas, I'm sure. This one I made off camera. I just wanted to give you a sort of variation on what you can do with the same sort of style. But it doesn't have to be grungy. You can make this into any sort of style that you want. It can be, you know, floral. It can be anything really. Fit any journal. And this has got the tag in as well with some ledger paper on the back so that you can have a journal card there. You could put several in there, they would all fit in. Got our dangle and our fussy cuts, and our washi tape is here on this one. So yeah, quite like the way they've come out. So I hope you did. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back with week 2 with another sort of make and see how we get on with that one. So I hope you'll join me. I hope you have a fantastic week with your makes, and yeah, post all your pictures on the Facebook group and don't forget the hashtag. All the information will be down below, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.